How you guys doing again? This is Stan Banks from T-Shirt I'm here today to talk about pricing of a single vinyl t-shirt. Alright, now what I've done is I've collected, this would be probably one of the only, not the only video, but one of the few videos I do where I actually have notes because I want to make sure I give all the exact pricing that I use for you guys in this video. Alright, first and foremost, I want to apologize about my spelling. Not the best. Alright, secondly, I want to apologize about my handwriting. If you need some clarification on anything that I write or you can't see, something like that, maybe I'll type it up if you guys need it, and I'll make it available for you guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these things down for you. Alright, so here we go. Okay, first things first is your vinyl cost. Now, I'm just making an overall price sheet for you guys for one shirt. So, some vinyls are higher, glitters and different things like that. I'm just going to go with the most commonly used vinyl in which I use. So the first thing is alright, your vinyl cost. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this pretty good in the video. We'll figure that out later. Alright, so cost per roll and the quantity that you normally purchasing. For me, it's a 5-yard roll. So a 5-yard roll for me costs $35 from Total Ink Solutions, and that's the Caesar vinyl standard roll. Okay, now I need to figure out the cost per yard based off of that. So the cost per yard, if I do the math, which is 5 yards, the cost of $35 divided by 5 yards equals $7. So the cost per yard equals $7. Okay, now what I'm going to take with that information is I'm going to break it down per sheet. So a normal size chest is 12 yards. 12 inches. And with that 12 inches, I get a full chest. All right, and I get a little bit of wastage depending on the size of the roll it is. So, with that being said, all right, I'm going to divide that. You get 3 12-inch sheets out of 1 yard. So, if I divide that by 3, all right, the cost per 12-inch sheet, is $2.33. Okay, you can round it up and make it, $2.34, $2.33, or $2.34. All right, so now I got my vinyl costs. All right, the cost per one design is that. All right, now step 2. All right, what step 2 is the cost per shirt. Now, if you don't know, I picked up Good, Better, Best model from a past video. And I don't know, I found it on YouTube. I forgot what company it's from, but I adopted that model. And a good shirt, so your cost per shirt and I'm just going to break down the full model before I get into anything. So the good shirt is a Gildan G5000. All right, now the cost for that shirt, for a colored shirt, is $2.46 for a colored shirt. All right, for a white shirt is $1.89. Now, when you get into these shirt manufacturers or distribution companies, you'll get a lot of sales. But I only use the regular price to calculate my pricing. Now, the reason for that is, it may be on sale today, it may not be on sale tomorrow. I may be able to get on price match today, but I may not be able to get on the price match tomorrow. And what I want to do is I want to know the worst case scenario. It's always good to make a little extra profit. You never want to make less profit. So calculate this based off the regular price of what you use. All right, now the better shirt. This is my favorite. The most commonly used by me anyway is the Next Level 3600. All right, now that shirt does not matter whether you purchase a colored shirt or a white shirt. The cost for that shirt is $2.92. All right, $2.92. Now the best shirt, which was the best quality at the time, which may not hold true, moving forward is the American Apparel 2001. All right, now the cost for that shirt is $5.09 for color and $4.34 for white. Okay, so this is the shirt model. Now, what I found in my past is that it's better to just give a customer one price. Okay, now you can do add-ons or subtractions or however you want to do it, but just give them a set price. And if they want to upgrade the shirt, then add it. Do not give a customer in this field, in this scenario, do not give a customer a price sheet with 1,000 different options. In screen printing, you can't help it because of the variables. Here, you can help it. Okay, so what I'm going to build my price around is this shirt right here. All right, the better next level quantity shirt, which cost me $2.92. Okay, what we want to do is keep in mind the cost per vinyl sheet, which is $2.33, and the cost of the t-shirt, which is $2.92. Now, moving forward, what we're going to calculate is the price per shirt based off of a one color design, a two color design, which takes 2 full sheets, and then a spot color design, which I consider to be a 2 color design that may take another spot of color that I can get out of scrap material. So what I'm going to do is a one color front cost me, a one color front cost me $2.33 of material. Okay? A 2 color cost me 2 sheets, which is $4.66 of material. Now, like I said, a 2 color spot, a spot 2 color cost me, I just like to say $5. Now, remember, if you're using scrap pieces, or if you can take one sheet and gang up a little, so say it needed a little dot or a little halo or eye color that you needed to add in there, if you can get that out of scraps, remember that piece of vinyl is already paid for. So that's what I consider anything I can get out of scraps, or if I can put, say I did 12 shirts for this person, and I can take another sheet and I can add 12 designs on it. If you multiply, divide 233 by 12, you can do the math on that. I'm not going to do it because I didn't plan for that part of it, but it'll come up to a couple of cents. And what'll end up happening is I just charge, say my cost of material for that design is $5. Okay, now, like I said, this is the worst case scenario, all right, for it. So, your 2 color design may not take a full sheet. You just make extra money. But at worst, it can take 2 12-inch sheets, which will cost you $4.66. And the spot color, I try not to do more than 3 colors because you also want to keep in mind the number of presses that you do when you do so. Okay, so next, we want to add in the cost per press for myself. Okay, so now it takes about 15 seconds. I want to charge for one color. I want to assume that it's one press. So I'm going to charge $1 for that press. Okay. Now, for a 2 color, I'm going to assume it's 2 presses. I'm going to charge $2 for them presses. Okay? For a 3 color or spot color, I'm going to assume that it's 3 presses. So I'm going to charge $3 for those presses. All right? The cost per press is $1. So now what I need to do is I need to add in my shirt cost to all of this math here. So total here is $3.33. The total here is $6.66. The total here is $8. So that's my cost. Now I want to add the shirt cost in there and do the math on that. So the total here plus shirt is $6.25. Okay, that's $6.25. The total here plus shirt is $9.58. And the total here plus shirt is $10.92. Okay, now the last thing that we're going to do here, and this is, we want to figure out what the least amount of money is I want to charge this person. And by doing that, the least I want to charge is 100% profit. All right, so we're going to multiply this by 2, which will give us 200% margin. And then we're going to go ahead and get 100% profit. So for this one here, the least I want to charge, no matter how many shirts they get for a vinyl shirt, considering the time and everything like that, this will take into account of 100% markup on the t-shirt, 100% markup on the materials, and then it just cancels out for your time. Your time will be pressed. It doesn't include the cut time. So you can just, this is just the way that I calculate the least amount I want to charge. So now later on when I do a video off of how to create, the discount brackets that you want to do, because you never want to be lower than this number. All right, so the answer here is $12.50. The answer here is $19.16. All right, and the answer here is $21.84. All right, now you don't have to stick to this, but this is a good starting point for the things that I'll discuss later. All right, so this is part 2. All right, now going on to part 3 is what I actually charge per shirt. Okay, so I'm back. All right, for the last part of this video. All right, now this is where I go over what I actually charge for one shirt. All right, one vinyl shirt based off 3 things: 1 color design, a 2 color design, and a 2 spot color design. All right, now the things that I'm taking into consideration is the cut and weed time. All right, you have to assume that. Remember, we already included a press time. So the press time, all right, the time spent, okay, the total time spent making the shirts, doing everything you got to do, like ordering the shirts and going to pick the shirts up and stuff like that, okay? And the artwork is something that I always create separately. So should a person come to me with a design and give it to me where I can just copy trace it, all right, I'll give a person 15, sometimes 30 minutes, depending on if I can do that. Most of the time I do the work at my main job, so I'll give a person 15, 20 minutes free, maybe 30 minutes if I know the person. So it's flexible, but if it's something that I know they want a custom logo, that's different. If they want text and maybe, my favorite type of design, which is bold text, cursive text, I'll give it to them, all right? Because it'll take me 10 minutes max to do that, so I'll include that in there. All right, if they want, something with the image and some text to it, something I can just grab off Google, trace it, live trace it, whatever the case is, and move it around and stuff like that, I may give it to them if I know them, or I may charge them $10, $15, $20, $25. So anywhere from $10 to $25 depending on what they ask for. All right, now, here's the deal. All right, so for this 1 color design, also considering the market around the area, I know that I'm going to charge them $20. Okay, which includes the shirt, the cut time. So I made basically a $7.50 markup on this shirt for just my sweat equity. This considers the cost and plus the heat press, using the heat press machine. Okay, so this considers that. The extra is for my time, my expertise, and everything like that. I don't necessarily add on graphics or anything like that. So that just covers my graphic work that I did. That covers extra time finding the shirts. That covers going to get the shirts. That covers counting the shirts, making sure they're right, making sure there's no holes, anything extra above and beyond, because my materials is right here. Okay? Now for this shirt here, I'm charging them $25. They added an extra color. They on me. Whatever the case is. Remember, this is worst case scenario. I'm making a little less profit, but it's no big deal. All right, now, 2 spot color. All right, I am charging $25 to $30. The reason I'm saying $25 to $30 is because it depends if I can just throw that extra piece on, if it's a harder weed for me or anything like that. That's considering all of that. Okay, keeping that in mind. So moving back. All right, so here we go. We go from here. The next thing I want to do is calculate the profit. Okay, so the profit, your actual profit, comes from the way that I calculate the actual profit. Don't get me wrong, this is just the way I like to do it. All right, I want to know my cost of goods. Subtract my cost of goods. So that's the shirt cost and the vinyl cost, not the actual press time or anything like that I already added into these costs. Okay, so I got to subtract $525 from here, which is the shirt and the vinyl for that one. I got to subtract $758 from here. All right, and I need to subtract, let's do this one from 30. All right, I'm just going to use 30 for now, and I'm going to subtract this from 792. All right, now I didn't do this math beforehand, so forgive me, but I'm pretty good with math, so let's see how I do. This is 75, subtract 4, that's $16.75 profit here. Subtract 6, this is $19.42. All right, and here, subtract 6. All right, so for one color design, I'll be making $16.75. For a two color design, I'll be making $19.42. All right, for spot two color, I'll be making $24.08. All right, now, considering these profit margins, let's just say a one color design shirt should, including design time, say 10 minutes of design time, 2 minutes to cut, 3 minutes to weed. All right, so you're looking at 20 minutes. If you had to only make one of those shirts, keep in mind, I'm not going to discount anything until they get to either 6 or 12. So if I only had to make one of them shirts, it'll take me 20 minutes. Okay, 10-minute design time, 2 minutes to cut it, 3 minutes to weed it, 20 minutes, and 15 seconds to press it. So let's just say it takes me 20 minutes to make one shirt. If I could do 3 shirts an hour, all right, that's a pretty good margin there to triple that. To triple that. All right, so here, this one may take me a little bit longer. This one may take me, let's just say another cut and weed, it's another 10 minutes, so this will take 30 minutes. All right, this one here will take me 30 minutes, plus I got to do probably another little cut and weed. So let's just say this one will take me, and remember the spot color is a little piece of paper, so it won't take me that long to weed. So let's just say this one takes me 35 minutes. All right, so to double this, you're looking at about a $40 profit. To double this, or triple this, $45. And to double, let's just say double this, to make it easy, you'll be looking at $50. All right, that's just the rough numbers based on per hour. So what I'm saying is this is a pretty good deal to be working for yourself if you could do this consistently for 8 hours a day. Okay, so this is what you want to be looking at. All right, now the last thing you're going to do is add-ons. So say they want to add it, a football team want to add a name and number to the back, or they want to add a name to the back. I like to say if it's a full back, I'm adding $10 to the design. Okay, and that's going to cost me $2.33. So let's do this here. Boom. See, okay, we good. So add-ons. All right, let's add on the back. I'm going to charge them $10. It's going to cost me $2.33. For them adding on that back, I'm going to make 77, 76, and 3 minus that, 6. All right, I'm going to make $6.66. Is that right? Boom, boom. Yeah, I think that's right. All right, I'll make an extra $6.66. That's just for typing the name in. whatever the case is. If that's a full back. If they want a half back, I'm adding $7.50. All right. Sometimes $5. If I can get a name out of a scrap, let's just go with $5. If I can get a name out of a scrap piece of vinyl or something, I'll just do $5 for a name on the back. But if it's a number, I'm almost going to consider that to be a full back. If they want name and number, it's a full back. All right, so for that, I'll make $5 for that, for like a name. And reason being, I'll make that full $5 again because a scrap piece of vinyl to me doesn't cost us any extra. It's just a scrap piece, and you can always definitely get a name out of a scrap piece of about a 2 to 3 inch name for them. Okay, now to add a sleeve. Okay, I can get that out of scrap as well. I'm going to add $5. Okay, for them to press on the sleeve, we're going to add $5 for that, and that's all profit because, again, it's coming out of scrap. All right, so this, for the most part, sums up everything. So my cost that I'm going to sell my shirts for is $20 for one color. A 2 color is $25. Spot 2 colors, $30. To add a back, I'm going to add a full back. I'm going to add $10. To add a name, I'm going to add $5. And to add a sleeve, I'm going to add $5. All right, guys, that concludes this video. All right, I hope you guys got all the information that you need. I just played back some of the videos. It's okay quality. You know, I may at a later date re-record this video and do it a little differently, but I think this is a good video. It's packed with information. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. You guys can text me, you can email me, however you want to get in contact with me. I'll sit on the phone with you guys. At this point, like I said, it's not that many people, so I can go ahead and do that. If you have any questions about anything that I went over, I can help you out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those good things. And, you know, let me know how you guys are coming along in the process. All right, this has been Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle. Get my side hustle on. Actually, my side hustle to my side hustle, but happy printing.